Well, it's certainly hot enough. So let's see what's going on. Yep, it's still a fish. Got him. Yeah, it's a good fish. It's just a muskie. It's a muskie. It's a nice muskie. Yep. Yeah, it's a nice muskie. Not bad to start with. 41-inch muskie. Nice fish. Let's release it. Now, I wasn't fishing for muskie, but I was on structure, presenting my lures properly. I'm after walleye and crappie today, but whatever gets in the way, gets in the way. But the key, it's all about depth and speed on structure, So that's one muskie out of the way. Let's see if we can get those walleye and hopefully some crappie also. It's a freaking drop.
That's a catch right there.
There's two boats out here, and this guy has to be right on me. You know, it's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Just catch that pole.
smallie, and out of the water like a rocket ship here. Oh, twice. Nice smallie. 16-inch smallmouth. Well, all in all, I've got to say it's been a pretty good day. I started off on the ponds by my house, and I ended up catching 17 largemouth bass. Biggest was probably close to 3 pounds. Decided to come out here to Heideke and picked up some big fish. Got a 41-inch muskie, 25-inch walleye, and a 16-inch smallmouth, which is big for this lake considering they haven't been, the smallies haven't been around much lately. So pretty good day. I think I ended up with a total of 3 walleye, 2 drum, that's right, I had a big drum, a bullhead, muskie, and smallmouth bass. So a pretty productive day for me. Now, I didn't intend for this to be any kind of a lesson. I'm just out here fishing and shooting a video, but I hope you were paying attention. Number one, the first thing I want to say is every place I fished was a structure situation. And the biggest problem I see with spoon pluggers is that they don't fish structure 100% of the time. 100% of the time. I know this lake, so I go right to the structures. There were times when you saw me just trolling, I was checking out the speed, but it was all in relationship to a structure situation. I caught him trolling, I caught him casting, I caught him with live bait. And as Buck has said before, it's not what you prefer to do. It's not that you prefer to troll, or you prefer to cast, or you prefer live bait. You've got to be prepared to use all 3 of them. All 3 of them. So remember that. And I guess the last thing I should say about today was that I used markers. Markers are essential. They'll put you on the spot. They'll help identify what the structure is and where the contact point is. How many guys like you maybe don't use a marker? Or only use it when they hit a fish? Now, that doesn't always work. You need to be prepared to fish structure. And that means using markers to identify the structure situation and use as many as necessary. Now, I even had a jerk fish around me today. In 1,000 acres, there were 2 boats. I was anchored with a marker out, and he comes right by me. He comes right by me. That's the definition of a jerk. No respect for other fishermen. Now, there are times when I fish spots, my favorite spots, maybe some guy is on it. But I don't go right up there and fish it. I wait for him to leave. I don't know what's the matter with some people. The ignorance is astounding. It's just astounding. And they don't seem to care. It didn't seem to bother the guy. He's right there by me, right by my marker. making comments about the spot, and then going out and laying markers and fishing the spot. I guess it takes all kinds. But despite that jerk, okay, I got some quality fish today, all right? And I didn't bother anybody else. So, fish structure. Fish structure. Use the markers. Be prepared to troll, cast, and use live bait if the situation calls for it. So, I hope you appreciate what I did out here today. I know I'm going to enjoy telling the tale and eating that walleye. And once again, I want to thank Buck Perry. He showed me how to do it. And if you're interested in catching big fish like I've caught today, become a spoon plugger and put it into practice. So remember, you can't catch them if you're not out here. And thank you, Buck Perry.